All this happened within the tower? Gods preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. 'Twould seem that Xande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of.
However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them?
I will not lie to you, Master Garlond. The situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live.
Damn it! I feel so helpless.
No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Xande's Dark Covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass.
Graha, ever since meeting Une and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye?
I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with Alec. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it.
I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une and Doga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain he won't make any more mischief.
You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Une are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, we cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can. For when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength.
We'll save them yet, my friend. Mark my words.
Ah, it is good you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm.
Think back upon our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Xande. But you, my friend, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible voidsent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm.
Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zonde's orders, and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Alleg.
'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the Allegan tombstone Nero presented us. During the Golden Age of Alleg, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they had such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower.
But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the cloud of darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zonde's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice. But then, what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like to the one that destroyed Alleg. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat.
We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And, mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Circus's power for our own purposes, and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm.
We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. And with Master Garlond working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself.
Just the person we need.
Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garlond, how fare your endeavors?
Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to the circus tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry, my friend. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you?
Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower?